Hey tribe, Dawna here from Transformational Healing, and today's deep dive herb video is going to be on jewelweed. It's going to be a real quick short one. We're just going to talk about how to identify jewelweed, show you what it looks like, and also show you how to use it medicinally for some cuts and burns that you may have, but most importantly for poison ivy. So jewelweed is very commonly used for poison ivy, and you use the inside juices like you do with an aloe plant, and just put it straight on your poison ivy and it will dry it up. I have a great poison ivy potion that I've used with extracting jewelweed, so that you can just spray it on if you can't find jewelweed, or if you get that dreaded poison ivy from oils that were hiding on something in the middle of the winter when jewelweed is not around. And it goes great with the poison ivy poultice that I have made of white clays and things like that. So let's get right to it. This hiding back in here is all jewelweed. So we're going to get deep down into here. So all of this is jewelweed, and you can see that it has this distinct color to the leaves. They're kind of in a really distinct pattern that they come off in like a little whirl. And if you look down underneath, let's see if I can get here, it is kind of like a succulent. You can see the pattern that it comes off in is almost opposite each other's, but it looks like a whirl when it gets to the top. And it's very soft, it's very delicate, and I'll put up pictures in 1 second on the screen that will show you what the flowers of it look like. They look like, it's also called spotted touch-me-not, and when you touch it, the seed pods, it's little orange trumpets, and the seed pods just pop. I might stick in a piece from my old video right in here. But in order to use the medicine that is in jewelweed, first you always want to make an offering. Anytime that you are collecting plants, you want to make sure that you are in a safe place. But do not rip out the whole entire plant. Just take the section that you need and just kind of pinch it off. And thank the plant. And I made offerings right before I did the video. And then I just kind of, this is a little difficult with one hand, kind of crunch it down the line and pop the line open. Let's see if I can manage to do this. So you just want to open it up like this and get all of those very yummy juices that you see here. And then you're just going to rub it right onto the poison ivy and get all the juices on there and break it up. And I don't have poison ivy right now, so that's why that's not but you can use all of the liquidy part of the stems. You could also pulverize it if you wanted to, and then actually put it on like a paste if that would help you as well. But you can get a quick look at, so this one's a little bit eaten by bugs, but beautiful look, if the wind will cooperate, of what jewelweed looks like up close. And those flowers are that beautiful trumpet flower, and they like to grow near water. They also like to grow near poison ivy, but we do not happen to have any poison ivy over here. But there is a bunch of jewelweed all inside here, and some of those leaves have some type of bug going on, so obviously you don't want to use those plants that have whatever is going on with some little eggs or something on there. But that is jewelweed. So I hope that that helps you be able to identify jewelweed. Just be careful, like I said, anytime you actually are spotting jewelweed to try to cure your poison ivy, that you're not actually getting more poison ivy. They do like to grow in the same areas. So it's kind of a succulent inside, and it has all that moisture, and it's best to pick it earlier in the day if possible, before the moisture gets dried up out of the stems. and it is pretty much safe to just put onto your poison ivy. Now that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be using any Western medicines or anything like that. Like I said, just an herbalist giving some self-care tips for things that I might do if I was out in the field or if I was someplace where I knew that I could get that. That doesn't mean that I do not use the other over-the-counter remedies or the spray that I make from the jewelweed myself when I'm not out in the field. If you missed our video on Tuesday, we did a deep dive into St. John's wort, and there are also all kinds of other videos that you will find over here in the herb walk playlist. So I hope that you're having a great summer. I hope that you're enjoying yourself and getting outside. I know that things are a little rough right now and a little tough. So anything that we can do to be more self-reliant, to be able to take care of small things that we can do ourselves at home is always a great thing to learn. Many blessings, tribe, and I'll see you next week.